Morning, everybody. Thought I'd give you a little catch-up video. Well, we're getting on September here. We're middle of September, and I'm getting this thing all cleaned up. I gotta mow the lawn, but I'm gonna get rid of it, trim down all my trees here and stuff, so they produce good next year. This is almost completely, once I get everything cleaned up here, this will be all done. This will be brought back in. I haven't been working on much of anything else but vehicles. Working on this Cadillac, working on this truck. Anyway. Yeah, look at my dog. He ran out of the house with the freaking blanket on him. He's a funny character. But, yeah. Small engines still working out. Look at this lack of freaking tires I've been going through. Anyway, yeah, it's a mess I got to clean up. But all these things here work. I just got to service them all. Get them through the winter, put them in the thing. But today's job here is I'm putting a new motor on my splitter. This one has electric start. This was on special for $169 at Princess Auto. So, yeah, I went and I picked one up yesterday. And it's 3/4 inch shaft. You know, runs at 3,600 RPM, blah, blah, blah. It's got a cast iron cylinder sleeve, so this one should hold up real well compared to the rest of them. This one here I'll cover for the winter. But, I still got a diesel heater to hook up and stuff now because it's starting to get cold. I like the diesel heater because you can just leave it on low and it keeps the cold out of the house. But yeah, I'm going to lift this up too once I've installed this motor. And basically it's just those 4 bolts and bushings on, on both ends. It's like a mirrored image. So the bolts go through the bottom of the plate here, and they get bolted in, and then the motor sits on the 4 bolts that stick up on top of the rubber bushings. That's so vibration, and there's no metal on metal. And this is kind of like just a interlocking sleeve. Hugs a shaft on there, and it hugs a shaft on the hydraulic pump. So it's a pretty simple setup. I greased her all up because I got a bunch of wood to do, and I still got a lot of that leftover hardwood, and I gotta split that up way smaller for my stove. And then I got another pile in behind back there and behind the cabin. But I still got a bunch laying down over there. I got a bunch laying up in there, and that's not including the wood in my other lots. But let's see what we got here. You'll be unboxing this with me, I guess. Give me a second here. I guess that's just a big piece of cardboard. Pretty stout looking engine. Spare spark plug wrench. I don't know why they send you those cheap spark plug wrenches. They ain't no good. Pull it out of the bin. That was a one-arm lift. It's a pretty big motor. We'll have to put it up on the splitter and see what she looks like without the plastic. Ooh. Phone drop. That bit can't be good. But yeah, there it is there. Electric start, 3/4 inch shaft, overhead valves, comes with the keyed ignition. I'm just gonna hook I'll take the battery out of my trencher or something there and use it for the winter. But yeah, 212 cc. Now, what does that translate in horsepower? doesn't say. 212cc. I think that would be, if I was to do my math, 7 horsepower. 5 to 7 horsepower. But I'm thinking 7 horsepower. 212cc, I think 7 horsepower. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to install this. And then I'll show you a nice, good working splitter. I'm going to lift it up a little bit too, so I'm not bent over trying to use it. I want to be standing straight up so it's not killing my back, right? I'm not buying no wood this year. I don't give a shit. I've been spending money on wood, and I got a whole pile of it here. Everywhere I look, I got woods. And I got big woods. I got woods, mature trees. This is, maples. I got all this out through all my property. It's all big woods. Okay? As far as harvesting, I don't know. I'm getting to the point now where I just feel this is a lot of work, man, for one guy. And I just keep picking away at it. When I feel I can't do it no more, I'll sell the whole fucking thing lock, stock, and barrel and do something else. Hey? Like, that's the thing for me. One thing you can't beat about this, you can't beat the peace. I can't beat the peace and tranquility. If I was living in town, I'd probably be in jail, right? Just because. And, I'm not so much of a people person in that sense. I like my woods. I like my animals. And I like my peace and quiet, all right? So, I've come a long way. I worked hard and came a long way just to be where I'm at right now, because that's where I wanted to be, right? So that's the choices you got to make in life. You'll find as you get older, all this hustle and bustle, chasing the dollar, all this fuckery, it's not worth it, man. I haven't got much more left to do in this thing here. I had to turn it into a bedroom, but anyway, yeah. It's just a spare bedroom, basically, right now. I put a new floor and everything in it. It's all a nice insulated shed, and it's got power. It has everything it needs. When I want to use it, I just plug in here, and supplies power to the rest of the building. But I'm going to get on skirting this after I do up some firewood. I'm going to have this skirted by next month, I guess, because that adds a lot to the cold. And I decided with that old machine, instead of trying to figure out the wiring and all that, I'll just pull all the original stuff. I'll keep it in the bin. And I'm going to put a 420cc, I don't know, was it 15 horsepower from the snowblower I have here. I have a $2,000 plus snowblower that the barrel is worn from gravel. So that one there, I'm going to take the big engine off of that machine, and because I don't want to rebuild it, and keep some parts and stuff off it, and then toss the rest to the scrapyard, because I got like 4 or 5 snowblowers here. And plus, of course, I got this one with that motor in that tractor. Be all updated. That's no more points, no more bullshit. It's all newer stuff. And then I'll just rig the controls so they work for that motor. And then I'll get on to fabricating this on the front of it. Yeah, because I want to keep the old machine. I just don't want the old electronics, because they're just too out of date. And there's the old engine I just pulled off. The wood splitter. This one here, I backed into it with my trencher, but she's pretty much done. She's 4 years old, and she's had lots of work put through her. So anyway, time for a new one. But anyway, folks, that's it for today. And you'll see this back up and running there in a jiffy. Okay? See you now.